Welcome to Real Estate and Taxes with Lakshay. I will be helping you minimize your taxes.
Welcome to my Tuesday session on Real Estate and Taxes with Lakshay. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 businesses that you can run on autopilot in Canada. So first and foremost, let's look at some of the assumptions that we're going to be making right off the bat. Number 1 is you're going to need a self-serve website with payment gateway to accept all of your payments that you're going to be charging to your customers, whether it be for booking services or whether it be buying your product. The second one is website management. You need a very good website management team because all of your business is going to be online. The third is social media promotions team. This is a very critical aspect of it. Why? Because most of your business that you're going to be getting is going to be from online sources. So you need a very strong social media team in order to promote business as well as collect more and more business. So first and foremost, the first business I want to talk about is renting a podcast studio. What do I mean by that? So a lot of the time, the digital space has kind of evolved over the years. People are now moving away from static posts to video posts. People are going on TikTok lives, Facebook, they're recording YouTube videos, long format. They also are recording podcasts. All of this requires some infrastructure. So most people, what they try to do is they try to rent a studio with all of these services. So if you want to start a business that can run on autopilot, you can technically invest $30,000 to $400,000 in setting up a small studio space, which can then be booked by your customers, where people can come in, press a button, play the record button, and everything will be recorded, and then a raw file can be shared with them, which they can take to their digital marketing team and then maybe get it edited and circulated on the social media platform. So good business. I found that there's a website called Peerspace.com, which allows you to rent or list your studio space online for hourly basis, and a lot of people are getting this side hustle income. And when it comes to revenue streams for this business, you can do project-based fees, you can do hourly sessions, you can do half-hourly sessions, you can even rent your equipment for the people to record their sessions. So a very good way to monetize and have something running on the side where you don't have to be actively involved. Now let's look at option number 2. Option number 2 in autopilot business is running a self-serve photo studio. What do I mean by this? So let's assume you had just a graduation party, your pet turned 1, you had a small family celebration where you wanted some pictures because you and your family is dressed up. You can technically go to a studio, rent it for a couple of hours, where you can technically, without the need of a photographer, they have the whole setup. You press play and there's a self-view live monitor where you can see yourself and take a few pictures. They also print out after, so you book the studio for pictures and then you walk away with the printed format pictures after you've taken the pictures within 15 minutes. So this is basically a great platform to be used. The amount of money that you can spend is also very low, which is $5,000 to $10,000. Primarily, you just need to set up your cameras, your lighting, your backdrops, and you can start earning income right away. When it comes to revenue sources, you can be earning $70 to $100 per 25-minute session. You can add additional services. For example, if someone wanted retouching of their photos, someone wanted an additional guest, or someone wanted to add their pet to the pictures, you can upcharge based on number of people that are added to the photo shoot. This type of side hustle can even bring your initial investment back within 6 months of you starting this business. Now that we have understood the first 2 models, now let's look at the number 3 model, which is Turo. Turo is a car rental platform. So let's assume I'm traveling to Mexico or Vancouver and I needed to rent a car. I can technically go to the traditional route of renting it from the big retailers, or I can rent someone's personal car. If you want to rent someone's personal car, you can technically go on Turo and they will help you, charge you roughly $90 per day. One of the good part about Turo is the setup cost is very low. You basically need your own car. It needs to be roughly not more than 12 years old. The kilometers on it has to be less than 200,000 kilometers. Turo, in fact, covers up until $150,000 worth of car. Talking to your insurance advisor, getting additional insurance to make sure your vehicle is protected. One of the other things was Turo charges 2.5% per booking and up. So in conclusion, I would say, regardless of which business model you go into, you still need to have some part-time or weekly involvement in that business. Client feedback is very important. So if you're not looking at the client feedback on a weekly basis, you won't be able to be successful. Initial investments is one of the biggest things that you need to analyze. How much money do you want to spend? Do you want to spend no money, which is Turo way, or you want to set up a podcast studio, which might require roughly minimum 30,000 and up. But all three sources of income is completely on autopilot. Take advantage of this, and you can basically increase your side hustle income in 2024 by multiple folds. So thank you very much for joining in on today's session. I would like to conclude now, and we'll see you next week on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Thank you.